Thank you for tuning in to It Be Like That, where any and everything is bound to happen because hell, it be like that. Today I got two good stories for you guys. They both are tragedies, but nevertheless, they are good quality. Give me a second to check this out.
Deadly encounter at a drive-through window in the Metro East. Witnesses tell us a woman is dead after being shot inside the East St. Louis McDonald's drive-through window. Fox 2's Kelly Hoskins tells us this is the second deadly incident at the same restaurant this year.
Investigators said that shooting happened here at 24th and State Street in East St. Louis. Right here behind me, you can see this drive-through window. It is boarded up now, and we're told that the gunman drove up to this window and opened fire on the victim.
Young lady was shot at work, just a tragic situation.
This is the second murder at the McDonald's this year. The latest incident occurred on Monday night around 7:30. We're told when officers arrived on scene, they found the victim shot multiple times inside the restaurant. Troy Gray is a frequent customer and is heartbroken.
It's sad. It's sad that it happened. It's just too much killing going on down here in the city.
It's not funny, you guys.
East St. Louis Police Department requested the assistance of state police to conduct the investigation. According to eyewitnesses, someone pulled up to the drive-through window and opened fire. Eyewitnesses say the victim was a female. We talked with one customer who did not want to be identified and said he was there when the gunfire erupted.
They drove through the drive-thru and shot the girl inside the window.
The second murder at the same McDonald's location happened this year in May when 22-year-old Trayvon Brown, a resident of Cahokia Heights, was killed in a shooting at the restaurant.
It could have been anybody. I have two daughters that worked at this McDonald's when they were in high school, and I thought about them as just a sad, tragic situation, and it hurts my heart just thinking about something like that.
Authorities are encouraging anyone with information to contact the Illinois State Police Department. Reporting in East St. Louis.
Now understand, you guys, this is the second murder that didn't happen in the same year. That lets you know that area of that McDonald's is just that booming. And what's so crazy about the ordeal is that McDonald's is off of Main Street. I mean, to pull in that parking lot, to pull out that parking lot, you're getting off of a main street to do so. Matter of fact, there's stores on your left, your right, and across the street. It's a gas station across the street from that McDonald's. That's why it's so crazy to know that this happened and nobody's seen nothing. But one thing I will say, this happened around 7 o'clock at night in November the 20th. It's dark. It's not daytime no more. So I can see how they will feel comfortable doing something like this. But from what I understand, she was talking to them before she was shot. Now, I could be wrong. I wasn't there. But from what I understand, she was talking to them before this altercation even happened. But I'm going to let y'all listen to the rest of the story, you guys, and y'all tell me what you all think.
Robert, that's right. More than 50 people returned today to the site of Monday night's deadly shooting.
The East St. Louis community comes together to honor the woman killed on the job. How they honored her life as police continued the search for the shooter.
I just feel hurt that she gone.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Robert Townsend. Tonight, East St. Louis continues to grieve the loss of a young woman shot and killed while working at a McDonald's drive-thru this week. Hours ago, friends and family of Deanna Samuel came together at that very same spot. Annie Kroll joins us in studio now after speaking with Samuel's friends and family today. Annie.
Robert, that's right. More than 50 people returned today to the site of Monday night's deadly shooting for a balloon release. Working at the McDonald's on North 24th Street was a family of.
Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths, but the American Lung Association is working
fair, which Samuel had done since she was 16.
She was real nice. She loved to talk and be laughing.
A bubbly personality, Deanna Samuel's grandma, Willie Mae Clark, said she honed talking to customers at this East St. Louis McDonald's, making her a bright light as a manager, picking up shifts in the evenings after also working at a local bank. Clark says she'd just seen her 23-year-old granddaughter at Thanksgiving.
And the next thing I saw, she was gone.
Caught in the crossfire as Samuel clocked in for her shift and then an hour later would never walk out these doors. Samuel's family tells us they believe the shots fired into the drive-thru around 7:30 p.m. Monday were meant for someone else. They say Samuel spoke briefly with the person who pulled up to the window before the driver opened fire, hitting Samuel multiple times.
I still can't accept it that she gone.
Now, hold on, you guys. Understand that. They just said that she was talking to the person before gunfire was opened into the store. You see what I'm saying? So while them saying that it was for someone else, true enough, it could have been. She could have been talking to them knowing that she didn't have nothing to do with the altercation. They start firing not knowing or not thinking that she probably would jump back in the way or she would run across or however the situation happened. It's just sad to know that she went there from her second job to, you know what I'm saying, make a living to get killed at her second job. That's crazy. That's just sad to know.
Oh, that's a hard job, you know.
It's the second homicide here this year. In May, a person was shot and killed, another hospitalized after an argument led to shots fired both inside and outside the store. Regina Gilmore has worked at McDonald's on and off for 35 years, including 3 at this East St. Louis location where she met Samuel.
She was a great person, beautiful young lady. I really can't answer the questions of what happened and how it happened and why it happened because I can't question God. But I want her mother to know that we are here for her and we love her.
Samuel's mother, Angela Johnson, and brother also work at the restaurant, Miss A, as she's known by, telling the crowd Saturday she's still angry with the shooter, something Johnson's mother, Clark, deeply understands.
Now just think about that, you guys. How you think she gonna feel having to come back to work knowing that her daughter got killed at her place of business? She's not. I know for sure I couldn't. I mean, that's just sad for any mother, any father. I mean, her brother worked there as well. He got to worry about having to go through day to day, you know, not just knowing that his sister was taken from him, but taken from him in the place of his place of business. That's sad, you guys. You know what I'm saying? That's heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? That will always weigh heavily on their heart. You understand what I'm saying? Let's finish the story up.
Hope and pray that he get found and the Lord, you know, take care of him that way.
The family told me funeral arrangements are still in the works, but will likely be over the next few days. Tonight, police tell us they are still looking for the shooter.
We pray for that family, you guys. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, justice come for her family because she didn't have to get taken out like that. It seemed like she was innocent. She had nothing to do with it. She came, you know, she went to work to make a living for her family and herself. And for her to not go home like everybody else because of some nonsense, that was unjustified. You know, that was uncalled for. She needs justice.
Facts. When you pay $20 for holiday gifts this awesome...
Tonight, a Lincoln County family is mourning the woman who was kidnapped in Clayton and murdered in North St. Louis. Her sister is asking for the community's help after she watched in horror as her sister was taken.
And I need help finding who did this to her, please.
Police say they found the victim's car after the shooting and seized a vehicle of interest. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred. Investigators are still searching for a suspect right now. 5 on your side's Megan Kernan joins us in the newsroom after talking to that woman's sister who wishes police had listened more when she chased down her abductors. Megan.
And Michelle Hampton's sister tells us she was dropping her sons off at her sister's home yesterday morning. That's when she saw her sister in her own car with a masked gunman in the passenger seat and another man in a truck following close behind. Her sister recounts only to 5 on your side the last moment she saw her alive.
That's my twin sister. I'm nothing without her. She was nothing without me. Like, she is literally my everything.
A heartbroken sister, Samantha Hampton, said she lost half of herself when Michelle Hampton was taken outside of her home on Whitburn Drive.
I looked over at my sister. She rolled down the window and screamed at me and said, "Sam, no."
Samantha says her sister was held at gunpoint and forced to drive to various locations from Clayton to St. Louis, including ATMs, where she says they made her withdraw cash. On the phone with 911, Samantha chased them down while a truck followed close behind.
Now, for you guys that may not know, let me give you guys a little bit of clarity on the situation. Clayton and St. Louis is the same place. Clayton is a county in St. Louis city. Okay, it'll be, how can I break it down? Like I said, it's the county. It's still St. Louis. All this is the outskirts of pretty much where now you getting off into better, probably neighborhoods, better schooling, more on the infrastructure and everything else. Gentrification, most definitely. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Just to give y'all some clarity that it's not like we talking about a 50-minute, 45-minute drive back in town. No. We guys can take the bus up and down the block, and it'll take you there and back. So I want you guys to know, when they say Clayton, Missouri to St. Louis, Missouri, we're talking about a bike ride. You see what I'm saying? It's not that far from each other. It's just, like I said, the outskirts. It's not what you would consider the city of St. Louis, the downtown area, the more poverty level areas, more say, okay?
Trying to run her off the road.
She was telling me, like, is this road rage? And I'm telling them, no. Somebody has got my sister and I'm following, and she's telling me, no, you need to stop. And I told her I'm not stopping. If I stop, my sister will be gone.
Samantha said she continued chasing her abductors with her frightened sons in the car.
As soon as we rolled down the window, the passenger in that vehicle of my sister shot fire. It went through Jalen's window, across his face, and went out my window. Once the person shot the fire at my vehicle, I stopped. That's the last time I seen my sister drive away.
Hours later, Michelle was found shot in an alley off Greer Avenue in North City. Police say this was a targeted act of violence.
Do you guys believe this was a random person?
No. I don't think it was random.
Still, the family doesn't know who the suspects are. Samantha feels her sister's death could have possibly been prevented if dispatchers took her pleas for help seriously.
I was on the phone with 911 multiple times, calling them to tell them to come right now. She needs help right now.
Just heartbreaking. The Hampton family says they have more questions than answers, as do we. St. Louis police and Clayton police are both investigating.
That's sad, you guys. It really is. For any families that have to endure that, not just you lose a family, but the family honestly was taken away from you, in front of you, physically. I mean, that sister would never be able to forgive herself, even though there's nothing she could have done. It's just the point that she had to go through it and she witnessed it and she went through it. You understand what I'm saying? It's a sad situation, but I got more of the story for you guys because, like I said again, this story is not new. This story happened more or less about 3 weeks ago to a month ago. But honestly, I knew the police was gonna find the suspect, so I wanted to give it time to everything to accumulate and pretty much be resolved, so I can come to you guys with the full story. So check it out because I got more for you.
That make a difference.
Suspect still on the run after abducting and killing her. Michelle Hampton was kidnapped from her home in Clayton yesterday morning. Just hours later, she was found shot and killed on Greer Avenue in North City.
In the last few hours, police tell us they have found a suspect vehicle but have not named a suspect. First Alert 4 Shoshana Stahl has the latest plus reaction from Hampton's friends.
I already miss her so much, and I remember the last thing I said to her was, I'll see you tomorrow.
For nearly 4 years, Colleen Hayden says she not only worked with Michelle Hampton, but that they were best friends.
She was really kind and genuine, and she was always there for me and supported me.
The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department now calling this a kidnapping, saying an armed suspect forced Hampton from where she lived here in Clayton into a car driving from Clayton into the city. All of this happening just after 7 o'clock Wednesday morning.
They didn't know who it was. They had no idea, any idea who would even do this.
Hayden says she got a call from Hampton's twin sister, who followed the car Hampton was in. During that drive, we're told the suspect shot at the sister's car near Enright and Euclid in the city. Police calls for service show this happened just before 7:30 a.m., less than a half hour after Hampton was kidnapped.
We had to clean out the glass out of her car, which was, awful as it is.
Hours later at 11 a.m., Hampton was found dead on Greer in the Kingsway East neighborhood.
Angry. Sad.
Another one of Hampton's best friends, Julia Johnson, tells First Alert 4 nothing could have prepared her for this devastating loss.
She was a great person. She was a rock for her family. She's a great friend. She's always looking out for other people. Michelle's the type of person that'll put the burden on her shoulders and take over when need be.
She was my best friend.
The suspect hasn't been caught, but SLMPD says investigators seized a vehicle of interest and found Hampton's car. SLMPD and Clayton police are working together to investigate. Anyone with information is urged to call Crime Stoppers. Shoshana Stahl, First Alert 4.
First Alert 4 will keep following this story.
Like I say again, you guys, that's sad. That she went through all that, family had to, endure all that for them to still kill her after more or less a couple of $1,000, because that's all you finna get from a couple of ATMs. That was sad, uncalled for.
Loved ones taken too soon.
This is a shocking crime. Your heart rips right out of your chest.
Their killers still walking free.
Is it possible that there's a serial killer out there?
But for these victims,
It was the brutality of this that kept it in my mind all these years.
justice is finally coming.
Detectives now have the killer's DNA profile.
My job is to throw bad guys in jail. That makes it all the sweeter.
Finally Caught. Now streaming free on the True Crime Network app.
Just a few hours ago, the man charged with the murder of a Clayton mother appeared in court. The suspect pled not guilty and waived today's bond review hearing. Michelle Hampton was kidnapped last week in front of her home and found shot to death hours later in North St. Louis. And now we're getting a better idea of the suspect's relationship with the victim. Our Megan Kernan joins us live from the federal courthouse in downtown St. Louis with what she uncovered in court documents. Megan.
Mike, St. Louis police say the victim and the suspect knew each other but would not elaborate on their relationship. However, court records showed that Michelle's twin sister, Samantha Hampton, and the suspect share the same address. And hours ago, I got a federal criminal complaint here that says Samantha was involved in a romantic relationship with the suspect. 46-year-old Anwan.
Hold on. So technically, what they saying is the twin sister and the suspect used to date each other. Not the sister that was murdered, but the other sister that was crying, saying that she didn't know, or what she said was she didn't think it was random, but she didn't have no suspect. And the suspect was her ex-boyfriend, the same guy she was pillow talking them to. That's the only reason he knew to kidnap her sister. Because if that was the case, why didn't he kidnap her? It was because the sister sat up there pillow talking with him and told him some information that he should not have been privy to know. Especially, like I said again, this is just your boyfriend. And it didn't seem like y'all was that serious because, like I said again, for him to have been with you, to know your sister, know her kid, know your kids, and for all this to still go down and him not give a damn about you, hers, and give a damn about you in the first place. And that all that come behind you being a little bit careless and telling too much that he shouldn't have known in the first place. But let's get back to the story because there's no one to blame. It's just letting you know that the suspect and the sister did date each other, did stay with each other, was with each other. All right, here you go.
Mosby faces 20 charges, including a federal charge of kidnapping resulting in death. Police say Mosby abducted Michelle Hampton from her Clayton home last Wednesday.
I looked over at my sister. She rolled down the window and screamed at me and said, "Sam, no."
Michelle's twin sister, Samantha Hampton, told us last week that she chased after Mosby as another man tried to run her off the road. Samantha said dispatchers didn't take her pleas for help seriously. Mitch McCoy with SLMPD said they're going to review that 911 call.
If we find that there was any room for training, we'll do retraining. If there's cause to fire someone, we'll fire them.
Court documents say the suspects brought Michelle to 3 different banks. She was sitting in the back seat of the car, which was all captured on video, as they stole $3,000 from her in total. And Mosby worked with at least one other person to kidnap Michelle that day.
Hold on. Did y'all just hear that? Because, see, I ain't gonna lie, that just pissed me off. They did all that for $3,000? Oh, my God. That's not even enough for both of them to split the money and get out of town. Oh, yeah, $3,000? Oh, wow. I mean, like, $3,000, that's no money at all for y'all to take her life. That was not even justifiable. I mean, no money is, but $3,000 definitely wasn't. But I did tell y'all from the beginning that they could only get a few $1,000s because they only went to a few ATMs. ATMs got a limit, especially if you're using the same card within the same 24 hours. That's just sad that she had to lose her life for $3,000. I mean, honestly, that's crackhead moves. You know what I'm saying? Them crackhead tactics. That's crazy.
But plan to release her from captivity. Records say that Mosby admitted to giving Michelle a chance to run away when they were in an alley on Greer Avenue in North St. Louis. But when she didn't, he shot her.
That's bullshit. Understand this. He shot her but he was gonna give her a chance to go free. It's either you or you ain't. You can't go back and say, nah, you know what? Nah, I change my mind. Nah, you wasn't gonna let her go in the first place. So whatever lame excuse you come up with why you didn't at the last minute, it sound good, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. And my whole thing was, I'm quite sure you knew, she knew who you was, so you knew you were compromised in the first place. But for $3,000, you should have gave that money back to her, dropped her back off, or dropped her off at the bus stop or whatever, told her a story and stuff. I mean, and hopefully she wouldn't have told on you, because $3,000, bruh, you can't even get a lawyer for that. Real talk. $3,000 on your commissary ain't even gonna go that far. Are you serious? Cause oh my God, cause you getting yours.
Can you at least confirm that the suspect had a relationship with another one of Michelle's family members?
I can say that the victim and the suspect knew each other.
But Samantha Hampton told investigators that she let Mosby know about a $40,000 settlement, which was being held by Michelle on behalf of their brother. Samantha also told investigators that she had not heard from Mosby since he left her home the morning of the kidnapping. We sat down with Samantha the day after her sister's murder, who still said she did not know who the suspects were. Do you guys believe this was a random person?
No. I don't think it was random.
She knew it wasn't random. It was the same person she been up there at the pillow talking to.
Police would not confirm if they're looking for another suspect, but they did say that nobody else is in custody. I reached out to Michelle Hampton's family today, and they said that they're working with an attorney and they have no other comments at this time. Live in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
Hate to say you guys, but that's a bad tragedy.
When
That's sad, you guys, to know that she lost her life like that. It's sad again that the young girl that was at work for McDonald's lost her life. Just going to work, trying to make a living for her and her family. For her to get gunned down because being in the wrong place at the wrong time, let them tell it. That's just sad. I pray for her, her family, her brother, her mother, for losing her in that type of way, losing her period for that matter. Again, I pray for the family, for the female Michelle that was kidnapped and killed. Over $3,000 that wasn't even worth it. And I mean, for them to get caught as soon as they did, for the lack of money that they received for that, I just let you know that people out here to kill you for anything and for nothing at the same time. So please be careful out here. Watch yourself, because anything is bound to happen, because any and everything is bound to happen, because it be like that. Y'all have a good one. Till next time.